Hey guys, welcome to the live. Guys, I had a very weird night. These parasites in my body be really bothering me. A lot of pain in them, a lot of pain out here. And I did a weird thing that I don't know if I should have done it or not. It was like a ritual. I saw a video where they say what you have, like these parasites, is you can take them out through phrases, and I had to repeat it 3 times while touching the solar chakra. And I did that shit. I don't know if I did it right or not, but that shit was bothering me. I hadn't been able to sleep. Yes, either yesterday or the day before, I hadn't been able to sleep, It's only when I wake up and then I was like, yo, I usually just stick by praying, Our Father, the Jesus Christ pray, and reading the Bible. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because in the Bible I read that, these false gods or demons or the devil, whatever you want to call, they coming, and God will let that happen to test you, So for one part I was like, I'm gonna do this to release myself from this pain and bother. But as I wake up and I was in the morning, I was like, maybe this was not good, you know what I mean? It's not the first time, it hadn't been in times before where is when I started doing again this 1 meal a days and fasting more. That's when the enemy started attacking. This time I know better. I feel like these cycles and the same tests. I'm gonna just trust in God and read the Bible. Pray, read the Bible. And that's it. Today I barely drink coffee because I didn't have time. But even the coffee was not feeling right. Oh no. I feel like I'm being spiritual attack again. That's always happened when you fast. But it's weird for sure. A lot of discomfort out here. Right here. Pains, and I just can't sleep, Michelle, hi. How are you going for Michelle? That's what I'm talking about right now. And yesterday I tried to do the 555 diamonds, and for some reason I lost that power, but at the same time it's like I feel like I'm on a healing phase. I think I shouldn't have done that ritual though. That shit is making me feeling weird for sure. Feeling weird for sure. Since I wake up, I think I fall in a trap maybe. I don't even know. It's weird because, as you guys know, I don't smoke. I used to smoke, but I don't smoke no more. I don't drink. I don't do any type of drugs, nothing. The only thing that I still do is drinking coffee, And I'm getting to that state again of feeling awkward. What I used to think it was caused by smoking, because I used to smoke weed, and And what I used to think that was caused by that, I'm starting to realize it wasn't, because I'm feeling the same feelings without that shit. You know what I mean? It's just something off, and I feel awkward and it's just a constant stress. Like something's wrong and chaotic. And in that video, they was talking about that shit and said that I should do that shit. It might be the parasites and shit. I don't know. I want to be stable and peaceful. I'm running a lot. Like, just come here, I run a lot. Like, every day I'm questioning, should I be running so much? I don't know. I'm feeling weird as fuck. I feel like every time you fast, it's weird, and sometimes I question, like, it was running, everybody's mad jackets, everybody's saying like, oh, it's so cold, and I was with a t-shirt. Even before running, I felt like being with a t-shirt. My body's burning. It's weird. What is wrong? I'm feeling weird, I'm feeling off. Something's going on. Today I talked with a lady, she lives in a house where she's renting, right? And the owners wanted for her to leave, but like she doesn't have means to go anywhere else because everybody's so expensive right now. But I just said 2 times, I don't know how to fix that, but it's about praying and trusting God. And I could see to her that she didn't have faith. And that's what I feel like. It's like most people, that's why I feel like I'm favored in God's eyes, because most people just don't have faith. Most people don't really believe in God, don't really believe in Christ, don't really believe that He always gonna take care of you if you ask. If you ask for help, He's always gonna be there for you. But most people don't really believe. Is what I call the false Christians, the Sunday Christians, And I just see more and more of that. People don't really believe in God. So it's not really difficult to be a God's favorite, because I'm one of the only who really have faith. Everybody else is saying, oh, I believe it. But what type of belief it is? Are you obeying the Bible? Are you reading the Bible? Are you obeying the commandments? I read in the Bible. And again, this is my 3rd time reading the Bible. I already read 2 times fully. And I read it. Those who don't obey these commandments, I will send hemorrhoids, parasites, pains, all type of diseases. And my grandpa, last year, 2025, he was close to death. He went to the hospital, he had problems with the heart, he was close to death. And it might sound weird, but I'm a spiritual person. I attach my energy to him. I read a book, I am reading a book about hands. It's like hands of angel or hands of energy. I don't remember fully right now. But in that book, like, they teach you how to use your spiritual power to cure other people. And I definitely not somebody who's like a master at all, or I don't see a lot of like auras and shit that certain people see, but I attach my energy to my grandfather. And what I saw, I talked with the gods through prayer and said, my grandfather is regretful. You know, he repents from what he did. He believes that if he only eats fruits, he wanna heal. He believes, and he did. But then, as time went by, you know, demons and the devil comes and persuades people to go back to their routes, and he went back to the route. He started becoming the evil part of him, you know, that I didn't even knew it existed. And I saw God show me. I thought I knew so much. God brought me close to the people full of demons and showed me, look, this is the person you are vowing for. And I'm not gonna go in depth to things, but basically I left that situation because I acknowledged to God that I was in the wrong, and I'm not gonna be around humans who are really not Christians, are really not faithful to God, are really not warriors of God, servants of God like me. So passing that, I have attached my energy, and the person, you know, has a lifespan extended. And it might sound super weird to hear it because it's spiritual talk, but basically he now has a pain. He has one of the fingers on his foot open, and he gets more and more like open, you know. He's like a parasite eating him up, and he always is in pain every day, full of pain. Why? He's being tortured for his sins. I think God was gonna take his life, and he found me and my request from being faithful to God mercy. But because of the betrayal from my grandpa, he felt like a lot of people think that God gives you things, you can betray him, and that's it. No, now it comes the torture, now it comes the torment. And I see it happening right now, and I see a lot of people who did a lot of wrong and didn't thought about the consequences and what God told us that was going to happening. In the Bible, you see Jewish people going back to back, being tormented, tortured, and always in this despair mode because they keep not obeying God, not obeying the commandments, not obeying justice. And that's what I see happening, you know. And for some reason, when I start fasting more and doing these 1 meal a days, I go back to spiritual attacks. But I'm not gonna fall again on that shit. Last year I did fall on that shit, and I stopped praying. You know, it was a huge mistake from my part. I'm not gonna fall in that shit no more. Yesterday, from 1 meal a day, I realized again that feelings came. Feelings of a girl that I fell in love when I was 23. It was the first woman that I truly fell in love without talking like crushes and shit. Like the first woman who I really fell in love, and we spent a lot of time together, talked a lot. It wasn't long, but was like steady 3 weeks talking every day, dating like almost every day, and it broke my heart. You know, I did a tattoo right here where it says dangers with women or problems with women, and I said I did because I felt so hurt through her that I felt the need at that age with that maturity to write my pain in my body, which was obviously a mistake, but I did what I did. And yesterday came again. As I was fasting, it's like you are purifying your body, purifying your blood, purifying your heart. And I felt again that pain, and I acknowledged like I hadn't healed. It's been almost 5 years, I still hadn't healed. I saw a photo of her. She looks older, wrinkles, like stressed, and a little fatter. And I have no resentment towards her. I don't desire no evil towards her. Uh, I don't desire evil towards none of my past enemies, really, or people who did me wrong. I really don't care, you know. I disattach from them, and a lot of girls that I had feelings for, I don't have no feelings no more, and I definitely feel like I'm changing a lot as a person, and it's just weird. I don't know how to explain for real. My goal now is to kill and take off these parasites that I know I have in here that hurts my stomach, hurts all these parts, even my lungs. They there from smoking for so long. I don't know. I just want to come and say how off I'm feeling, and I'm feeling like I'm being spiritual attacked, you know. Will Bayers, hi Will. Fairheads, hello, how are you? I'm good, bro. How you doing, bro? You remember? Yeah, bro. I definitely do. You changed your photo, but I remember from your name. Well, yeah. Another thing is like I tried to do the 555 diamonds for some reason. I just wasn't with it, you know. I just wasn't with it. I ain't with it to go so extra hard for some reason. And yesterday, coming home, even though the train was good and I was feeling like I was going to throw up, I feel like I was going to pass out. So it was a good train. I felt like I didn't give my all, you know, and I was kind of depressive in my house, like nothing's going on. As you guys know, or at least talk about, I did apply to become an inspector in police. You know, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a police inspector too. So I saw that opportunity and apply now. I don't know if they want to even call me or nothing. You know, 2 years ago when I tried to go to the army, I was smoking at that time and they weren't with it. And they were open after for me to go there, but at the time with my maturity level, I felt like, oh, they don't like me, they don't accept me, so I just didn't went. Last year, a year after the army thing, I went to the SEAL Marines, and it was a great experience. So I want to try to go to everything that I always had that desire, you know, either be a soldier or a policeman. And yeah, I don't know, I'm a very just centered person and always had the mentality for adventure and, you know, protecting people, especially the power I have, being big and way bigger than most people, not only physically but muscularly, and good at fighting, you know. So I've been applied to that. I'm waiting for people to call me because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I want that change in my life, and for the other part, I also felt like I was quitting. I was quitting the social media. I was not trusting in God, and God was displeased with me from choosing another route instead of the influencer thing. Especially now that I've been influencing so many kids, you know, and people to be better. And I had a dream too of God showing me a great success from day to night, like night to day, you know, just a shift and having great success. And yesterday, the live that I did, I got 50 more views from people, no, even 60 more views from people after the live. So I believe it. And you know, when you have spiritual attacks from evil spirits, it usually comes from you close to that success, so they're trying to bring you down. I don't know, guys. I just want to share that. I just want to come here and share because I'm going through a lot. That's it. Today, as I'm thinking of doing pull-ups, muscle ups, push ups, and probably squats, and we're gonna see about the dips. As I said, fasting, especially like only having one meal and then drinking a lot of water is like, it heals you, but it's painful. It's very painful in the process, you know. It's very painful in the process. It's a lot of things that we are still hurt by, and it's food that we keep coping. And it might seem cool because it might seem our body's big and shit, but in reality, it's a mask, you know. That thing that I felt, that thing where I felt, that girl that it made my heart feel that pain again and show me how I wasn't healed at all, still show me how, you know, it's still a lot of clutter in me, and I feel that pain out here from the parasites that I need to heal. Having said that, I needed to talk, man. I needed to have a conversation. My legs is busted right now, really busted for real. Yeah. I've been really running a lot, like way more than what it makes sense. I've been questioning if it makes sense to run so much. 13. We're gonna count again, maximum reps. Feel kind of thirsty. Let me try the dips. It's weird, I still have pain in my hands. But yeah, I hadn't drink much coffee today, like, and I drink water. I drink a cup of water diluted with coffee. And I keep drinking, and for one part, you might seem wrong, but for the other part, it's a lot of hydration. It's most of my hydration through the day. But because I couldn't sleep, I wake up way later when I did fall asleep. And I had to go today out of my house, you know. So I just drink 2 cups. I feel dehydrated. And every day I've been questioning if it makes sense to run so much, but I don't know, I feel like running is a huge mental health hack. And every time I stop running, I regret it in the future. The same with training.
thing that I thought is like I did many martial arts and like fight sports, and always I left because I stopped respecting or I started disrespecting my masters or my coach because I saw them as weaklings or pathetic. And one thing that I think just today I was watching a GNR, which is the military police out here in Portugal, and the guy who was talking, I was like, bro, if this guy is higher ranked than me, and I will have to obey his orders, I could never, you know. I'm unable to obey to people who are below me, weaklings, people who I could kill with one arm. I could never obey them, you know. And I was just thinking that it's like, am I even able to be part of an organization that a lot of times you have to bow down for people that to me are below me? I don't think I can. So I was just wondering if I can even, you know, that's why I always left jobs or courses or martial arts or fighting sports, because always was, I don't respect you. Even when I played soccer competitive, I didn't respect certain decisions from the trainer, and I was like, nah, you cannot train me no more because I don't respect you, you know. So I guess I'm such a warrior that, and kind of narcissistic too, that I'm hard to, I don't know, it's hard for me. You know, as I said, I just had one mentor, and all my life I just chose one mentor, and he was way bigger than me. He was way more masculine than me at the time. He was somebody I really look up to. He was my mentor here in calisthenics, Akim Supreme. So I don't even know if I could even adapt to that organization, you know what I mean? When I went to the Submarines, I really respected people there. I think they let me grow and made me become more masculine. So that's something I was hoping to, in case they call me, you know, the police. But first, I don't know if they will. Second, will I respect some of them? I don't know. It depends a lot of things, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I'm made for being in groups, for real. I don't know. I think I did 40 before, so did I did 40? Did I did more? Let's count 31 right now. But yeah, the parasite here is disturbing. It's weird. I feel out of breath. And in the video that I saw, they talk about how the parasites take your power and take your breath. It's weird. 50 is weird. I think usually I need to drink more coffee to repel the tiredness in my body and just be so adrenalized that I don't feel the tiredness. I don't drink two coffees. It wasn't even feeling good, to be honest. I don't know, but that situation that the lady told me that she was stressed out because she didn't know what to do. And when I say pray, I felt like she didn't have faith. It's weird to me. I don't know if because I'm loyal to God for so long and He's my only master, that it's weird to me when somebody doesn't have faith, when somebody doesn't believe. Because I always did since a kid. I don't know. It's really 61, but whatever. Seven. I usually need more coffee, and today night was pretty disturbing. The whole day yesterday was disturbing. I didn't have a good day at all. Kind of depressive. I was about to eat, bro. I ate 2 apples after the diamonds. But I was about to eat, the non-cleansing foods like bread, eggs, and shit, which is what I'm gonna eat today for my one meal. But I was about to eat that shit, and I was like, nah, keep the protocol. And then after that sadness, I kept repeating the same video of the Trent Twins, the last one, where they had that music of like, I've always seen because it's so funny, especially Chris like snapping. He was like, please. I said, bro, I love that shit. But I thought it was that, but then it's the music. I hate everything about you, but why do I love you? It's not that way. It's I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? And then this she came into my memory. The girl that broke my heart and made me do a tattoo of that pain that I suffered and how I'm not healed from this shit. And maybe I'll never be. Y'all keep asking me, man, more than y'all, like, it be more than one kid asking me, like, how do I got a heart broken, how do I heal from that? It's like, all I can say to y'all is just train your hardest and bust your ass on that training. To take all that frustration, pain, sadness, but reality that happened to me when I was 23. I'm about to do 28 in February, and I'm still broken. I never was able to become vulnerable again since that. I never believed that you could feel in love and have your heart shattered like that. So once I discovered that it don't matter how in love my heart is, the other person is not necessarily the same link. I guess my heart been closed ever since. 103 push-ups is magical. Just pushing your body, you feel so good. It's like you feel powerful. You can push things, iron, weights, or whatever, and you feel like you have strength. But it's different than push yourself, because pushing yourself is like, I think it's more than just the physical. The mind is pushing your whole body, your whole essence. It feels different. But yeah, as I was trying to say, your kids keep asking me how to heal from heartbreak. I guess I'm the wrong person to ask that, because I hadn't healed, and I just came to realization yesterday that everything I do, guys, is just train in building, getting stronger, and in fighting. And I practice cleanses, fruit cleanses, fasting, 1 meal a day or a liquid day, and that's all I do. I'm just immortal, really, because I know how to heal myself. That's why even as 28, y'all see, or getting to 28, y'all see me running so much, being able to sprint stronger than anybody else, super muscular, and I seem like even more vital. Maybe not. I do have older face, more wrinkles, bolder and shit, but that's from all the incapability of facing all my traumas and shit. Because the body itself, I'm more vital than anybody else, you know. I don't know, I guess, I know a lot of y'all follow me, a lot of y'all want to be like me, but I ain't really that healed. And I just noticed that yesterday. I just work hard and give my best every day. That's all I know how to do. I was never good in school, never had good memory. I always was like bad at being concentrated, bad in relationships. All I'm good at is being super hardcore training, being courageous, having big balls. That's it. Anything else, I can give you the advice I give it myself, but maybe it's better to find a psychologist or something like that for y'all trying to heal from that shit. You know? I'm too guarded. I have big shields on me. I don't like to be vulnerable with nobody and talk with nobody. I did had like online 1 hour online therapy with a psychologist for one time a week for 2 months, and that's why I learned now is extreme, very extreme, which is pretty obvious, but you don't really know yourself as you think. You know yourself as your own thoughts, but when you talk with somebody and it's a conversation, you discover new things. That's why I think it's good, but I'm too blocked for that shit. I don't know, I just realized that I live in a lot of anxiety constantly. A lot of times I know y'all can see me as the role model, and I realize y'all, even in the streets, y'all recognize me and want to show that y'all like hardcore, you work hard, you want to be admired or respected by me, and I do respect y'all for that, running or working out. But I do question a lot of times, like, if I'm really the best role model for y'all, man. Because I myself have a lot of things to deal still. And hopefully I can help you grow. But don't try to just be me. There's a lot wrong with me too. A lot. Tells a lot about you. There's people who run and they seem they're going against the storm. There's people who run and they seem like they're running away. There's people who run and they seem they going against battle. When I run, I feel like a soldier, unbeatable. And that's why I say, guys, squats, push-ups, pull-ups, running, jumping, and stretching is a must. You don't want to lose none of their capabilities. There's people who get too old and they don't move right. They lose balance. They have all type of pains, shoulder pains, lower back pain, neck pain. And that shit happens when you become more stagnant, you know? If you always run, if you always do squats, which builds your structure, and structure is not only push-ups, pull-ups, and squats is not structure just built physically. No, it goes to the mental. You feel more secure in yourself. You feel more firm. You trust more of yourself. When you stand up after squats, you feel your body completely erect, you know? It's important to train these exercises to build confidence, to build character. It's more than just muscles. That's why I keep saying to people who do other sports or bodybuilding, do also push-ups, pull-ups, and squats, and run, because you might think it's just strength, it's just muscle. It's not. It's building a different part of you that you're gonna feel. Squats, push-ups, and even pull-ups will straighten you up, you know? I used to be like this. Natural. Right now, I'm natural like this. Why? Because of this work, you know? When I do push-ups, I'm always straightening my full alignment of the core and neck. When I do pull-ups, my shoulder is going backwards, making me stand right here. And when I do squats, I build all the structure from the legs to the core to stay steady. It's way more than just physical appearance. Y'all think that I'm so confident just because? It's not just because. I used to not be confident at all. I had a lot of dreams when I was a kid that I didn't pursue because I was not confident. That's why I tell you to do this, because I build myself up through this work. And semen retention. Don't be spilling out, guys. That shit's from the devil, that shit's from demons. You're taking your power away. Your spiritual power, your light in you. Is a lot of power in retaining. Is your testosterone. Don't drain yourself. I keep telling you that shit. That built me big time. I did 30. How was we? I don't remember. I had in 40, so I had in 70 right now. Face the pain, man. Stop running away from the pain. It's gonna be there anyway. A lot of y'all, and this is for more. lot of y'all go to the booth to get away of that pain, that mental pain. Y'all go to the smokes. Y'all go to the food. Y'all go to the lustful ways. Y'all go to different type of copings. The pain's gonna still be there. It's like the ring of the Lords. The gremlin, he's the example of addiction. Those who are attached to a drug or an addiction become the gremlin, become bums, become weak, become homeless. The Bible talks about this shit. You want to be attached to no substance or no evil because you want to be a slave of that shit. The Bible talks how you become a slave of that. You know? Anything that you got attached to, you're now a slave of that. And before I begin smoking again, the guy told me that. He said, like, remember, when you smoke, you don't choose to smoke, the smoke chooses you. Meaning, you are a slave to that, you know? And then I just realized again, I was like, nah. That's why I keep telling you, man, there's no growth in addictions. There's no growth in growth. It just makes you the rebel, it makes you weak. You know? Take off your masturbation. Take off that smoke. So you're gonna see the energy to work out, that pain that you're gonna receive. It's gonna be so painful. It's gonna make you go after that job that you deep down wanted, but you'll be afraid of going. You're gonna make you do that workout that you're too tired or lazy. You know, a lot of times the huge pains that we feel is the pain that is motivating you to work. So stop coping, stop using substance or your own self to drain and feel that pain, feel that sorrow, and build through that. That's what I've been doing. Y'all who admire me, I am the example of somebody who rejected all their bad addictions and I started by seeing more attention. I stopped masturbating. I stopped having casual sex. I stopped then drinking. I didn't stop drinking. It's been months and months and months. I don't drink. People want to pour in my cup. I'm like, I don't drink. People like, want to try? No, I don't want to try. You know, because your stupid ass said that you want to know you regret it. You want others to feel miserable. No, you did the wrong decision. Stop doing that shit. Then I stopped smoking. And I'm the example of the person who took the bad habits and became even stronger, more powerful. That's life. Take the bad habits. It comes from evil sources. And you're gonna rise and be more in touch with God. Simmer retention, celibacy makes you look more faithful. This fasting, the body start recognizing what really is not good from the get-go. That's why I believe today I drink coffee and it didn't feel good. Why? Because coffee is acidic, it's toxic, you know. And I've been going on that for a while. I even use that as a different stimulant instead of smoking. I felt at the time that it helped me because it was a different stimulant, but it has its wrongs too. I think it's way better than smoking, but it has its wrongs too. And when you fast, the body starts to realize what is really good and what is bad, because it's on the neutral state for so long that when something comes, it hits harder. That's why people who fast for prolonged times, when they eat something, sometimes they feel sick or ill. Why? Because there always was an ill food for the body, but they didn't realize that because the body was adapted to that. Plus, all the mucus and parasites that the body builds to be able to withstand that type of foods will, numb that sense of how bad it is. And you need sometimes to disattach from it and just do water for hours to realize the wrong. Give me a second. I've been seeing a lot of more black people living here. I like that a lot, man, to be honest. I always like black people. I had a lot of friends. I feel like we should mix more. Stop racism, man. Just people. You should never judge nobody by his cover. fight or flight reaction always. And I was passing that shit because I'm never calm. I always feel like I'm gonna be attacked by, you know, I hate to talk about that. They talk how you are in a peaceful environment, but you always feel like it's chaotic around you. And when I was doing, to be honest, when I did, I think like when I did the dry fast and the water fast and the fruit cleanses and the fruits, the nuts, the fruitarian lifestyle, I was calmer, but I wasn't fully calm still, you know. I don't know. 240. Another thing, I feel like when you're doing swimming a day, you do feel calmer. You do feel more Pacific. It's the water. Once you focus more on hydration than consumption, you start thinking brighter. Should be heavy. Hey Freddy, how you doing? 240, let's go, man. Let's get it. What's up, bro? Let's go. To be honest, yesterday, I appreciate the love. I see the heart, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, I was talking about. No, I forgot. You see, that's my memory. It's really not that good. I just follow programs. Wake up, pray, read the Bible, drink coffee, get ready to train, go run, go train, go buy eat foods, and water essentials, come back. I just follow the protocol. Yeah, I remember. I was just watching yesterday my video, my live, and I'm getting way bigger. I'm like, I don't even know how. I'm getting so big. I guess it is what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue doing this 1 meal a day, but my body, I wanna heal now. It's bothering me. It's parasites that I feel here. Way more than just parasites. It's like emotional damage, emotional trauma and garbage is still there that you just refuse to leave, and that's why people go to the smokes and the drinks and the food and the lust, because it's just running away from that pain that you never heal from. So it's still there, no matter how many years pass by. Yeah, it's a lot of wine. It's a lot of wine for sure. But today, as I told you, this is not a gym. A gym, you have just a warm environment, But now outside is like war. Yesterday was rainy. Today's winds. You know, sometimes it be sunny. In the summer, sometimes it's so much sun, you'll be sweating all over. You never know the training harsh air conditions when you choose calisthenics, especially outside. Especially outside. I appreciate you saying the numbers. I was ready to already. I appreciate saying 240. I don't know if it was the first time me doing 10 pull-ups in a row. I could do more, but I want to count streams. Instead of me quitting a job that I didn't like, I just neglect that conscious. So I was meditating, and then I left anyway, but I lost the habit. Yesterday I was thinking about meditating when I went to do the 160 diamonds. Maybe that's what I should have done, a 15 minutes meditation. when I put my hood and look at my eyes in a mirror, I see like Anakin Skywalker, you know, when he's getting to the dark side, getting before the Dark Vader. That's how I see it. I miss watching a movie and enjoying doing so without feeling like I'm wasting my time or just not being able to be present on it. 290. It was funny. The dream that I had, I was doing a video, and from out of nowhere, I was like in a lot of clouds, and then my mom popped up, and it's like a run and wake up. I don't want to blame people who didn't believe in me or who don't. It was pretty explicit to me, that dream. And 20. If you have knee pains, especially if you are running like me, do your squats. A full length squats is what's going to heal your knees, because by running, you're not really training all the muscles. But when you do a deep squat, especially a narrow one, that's when you work every part and it's build a good structure. talk this from experience. Every time I had knee pains, then I started doing these deep squats until I'm off the ground with all the balance that I can. My knees stop hurting, but always warm up too. Never pull up on the run without arming up your knees, your ankles is important. Most injuries is from the body being too fresh and putting too much heat on it. And sometimes we become emotional and you want to run faster, but it's not properly warm, and that's how you rip. It's weird when now we're starting to do a meal a day. You feel lighter, but it's weird. I'm used to feeling more heavy from all the work that I've been putting and eating more. It's weird to me now feeling lighter. Six, 206 front levers. 166. No, 326, my bad. 326. It's okay to best, bro. Don't worry. I believe the part that you have more strength, it has emotional attachment to it. I feel when I train back, I feel powerful, and strong for battle. While when I train chest, I stand up, chest tall, and I say what I had to say, regardless of confrontation, feeling awkward, or conflict. And legs is like structure, like balance, It's like a tree that is well ingrained on the ground, doesn't fall before a storm, but a tree that has not a good background, the ramification ain't strong, it falls. So no matter how big it is, it has to have strong legs and core to shelter before adversity. can tell you is like, me personally, every time I lost my power and I felt I didn't have energy, it was 1 meal a day that made me regain the energy. I don't believe it's by 1 meal. I believe it's fasting. Fasting, you have multiple hormones that never activate unless you do fast. Like autophagy, which is the hormone that kills and eats stress cells, cancer cells, all type of bad cells, and transform to new ones. You have ketosis that is being shown that hypes your energy, your mental state, and your cognitive and physical capabilities. And you have human growth hormone, which is a hormone that certain bodybuilders use as gear, chemic stuff that you have natural in your body that creates muscle and burns fat. So I believe that is through that fasting, activating all these hormones, that is healing your body from within, and it builds you again to go to that juvenile vital state where you can train and go warrior mode again. I vow for this because I've been doing this for years. The other park too, because I kind of miss it. The other park has my girls. It's a different type of energy. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but maybe I need to switch. One day one, another day the other, 430 right now. Pretty tired, not tired, like I'm tired from the ice, even though I didn't sleep much, but even more tired when it comes to just not feeling like doing more squats or pull-ups, just done with the exercises. These 2 fingers still not okay for these diamonds. $460. I wanted to reach at least 500. I wanted to reach 555 because that's what we were doing when we were doing the diamonds. For one part, I feel like I shouldn't have quit it. For the other part, I was just bored of always doing the same thing. And being the only one doing. Seems like it's gonna fly. For 130. We have 25 more. I was able to do what I wanted. I was doubting because yesterday we did 300, but it seems like I was able to reach here. $540. Let's see, guys. 555 or a little bit more. Fuck the shrimps. Guys, I appreciate everybody who spend their time checking me out. Hope y'all get motivation to work out, give more of y'all and fight. I appreciate everybody who pull up on the sheds today, showing support and keep hitting me. And I appreciate everybody who left a like or send emojis. Shout out to me, shout out to y'all, shout out to us. Let's get it.